Okay, so let's talk about where the idea for this business came from. What led you to say, I'm going to go and solve this compliance training problem?
I totally hear you. Compliance is incredibly boring. I think it's just reframed as culture because that's really what it is. It's like a culture of, do you have a culture of people doing the right thing or not? And when you talk about it that way, I think it's actually fascinating, right? Like everybody is interested in whatever fraud is perpetrated that's on the cover of the New York Times. When Me Too was going on, like that was, captured so much attention. And so I came at it from that angle, which is like I was a woman in the army, and it's no secret that the army really struggles with gender inclusivity, issues of harassment and assault. And so I just saw both really great leaders and not so great leaders and the cultures that they brought about, and thought a lot about like what does doing the right thing look like and how do you get people to do that. And then, so that was percolating. But then at McKinsey, I was going through kind of what you described, that like just click next, check the box type training. And I thought it was very strange because McKinsey is otherwise known for phenomenal training, corporate learning, all of it. And so I was surprised to see what I had seen in the army, essentially at McKinsey. And it just struck me as odd. Like there's, no way that this is what, good looks like. And it was really around the time that I had a bet with someone on the team that I could write really good email subject lines for what is otherwise boring emails and get more people to open them. And like I won the bet, and it just kind of showed me like you can make even boring topics very interesting if you try. And so then I ended up doing a little bit more research, thinking surely after Me Too, someone had come along and modernized compliance training. Like, how could it possibly be that we realized the scope of the problem? And just like to put a fine point on it, in the years after Me Too, more CEOs were removed for personal misconduct than for financial shortcomings, meaning like CEOs were getting removed for all of the stuff that compliance training addresses, not because they missed quarterly earnings, targets. And so it's incredibly disruptive to a business, let alone like the personal cost of all of these and sometimes the personal liability of them. So yeah, that was sort of the long and the short of recognizing that there had been a sea change in how we think about these issues, but there hadn't been a corresponding change in the products that are supposed to solve them.